is a story that cannot be covered up. I believe this is a story that needs to be broadcast everywhere in the country. So let's do it. Let's do it. So it's been dropped by the Daily Mail. Somehow it was not in the paper, but it's been dropped. I think I think a couple hours ago, today. Now, a picture of a little angel 2-year-old who was raped and murdered. As the girl's mother, 25, and a man, 21, appeared in court after being charged over her death. Sad. Now, when I was reading this, I thought this when this notification came up on my phone, I thought this was maybe a joke, because like a 2-year-old raped and murdered. I was thinking, yeah, this must be somewhere in some third world country somewhere far away from Britain. But then I clicked on it and I was like, okay. I was like, wait, what? That's a white baby. She looks British to me. She looks like she's not from far away from where I am in the UK. So I read this story, and then he explained where this happened. I was like, what the heck? How is this happening in the UK? This is insane. What the heck? I mean, like, what sort of people are we? What are we doing? Who are we raising? Like, this is not an accident. This is not like, hey, this guy was drunk with the mother, 25, and the guy's 21. They were drunk and they happened to get going with a kid. Okay, like, that's insane. So this story shocked me, and to the point where it's not put in every single social media platform is scary to me. Not many people have responded to it. Not many people have reported it. And the amount of views that is gotten on Daily Mail is not that big. So I thought, this should not be normal, and this should not be something that should come up in anybody's brain any time of the day. So I want to report this. I want to stamp on this. I want to rebuke it in Jesus' name. And for the people at home, I want you to tell your parents this is happening in the UK, and it needs to stop. Let me switch it back. So, the father of a 2-year-old girl who was allegedly raped and murdered has paid tribute to his princess after the mother appeared in court in connection with her death. Little Angel Isabel Rose Welsh can today be named for the first time after judge lift a reporting restriction barring publication of her identity. The toddler died in a hospital after the police were called to a property in Thornaby, Teesside, following reports of concern for her well-being on September 13th. Last week, Isabel's mother, Alexandra Walker, 25, and Harrison, 21. So I want to show you the picture of these guys. This is the Harrison guy, 21-year-old, who has been charged with murder and rape in connection with Isabel's death. That's the guy, 21. Make sure you put his face everywhere. This should not go on. This should not be something I need to report. Like, what the fuck? And this is the mother of the girl, the toddler's mother, who has also been charged with in connection of her death. I mean, like, how can you call yourself a mother? Like, yeah, we're gonna talk about being a mother as well. I got a lot of things to say about that, because I think a lot of people are giving, they don't know the responsibility that they're signing themselves to. But let's carry on reading this. Simpson is also charged with the alleged rape of the child. Both defendants are also in custody of causing or allowing death of a child and having been remanded in custody. Tribute have been left at the address, including notes from Isabella's father, Josh Welsh, which reads, "My beautiful baby girl, Daddy loves you, all the world that is pretty sad. I mean, you should not, like, this should not be a thing that a young guy, I'm assuming Josh is probably young himself, who's probably looking forward to raise this, his kid, but sadly he has to write notes like this and leave at the address because the mother was not responsible enough to take care of the kid. uh, yeah, it's sad. Let's carry on. So this is the picture of the little baby. Yeah, I know. Not looking good. That's a picture of her. We can now show you, as obviously the judge has left the restriction of publication, so we can show you these pictures. This is her. This is the alleged perpetrator. The alleged perpetrator assisting to her death. Yeah, this is the cute little angel who we've lost in the UK. Now, and now all this is just tribute from the neighbors and the family. All this is just tribute from the neighbors and the family, and there's nothing else more apart from just tribute from neighbors and the family. And the church got involved. It's good to be that. It's good that they lived in a community where everybody was knew the little kid, because apparently she was playing around at the park, at the back garden, and they seen the kid. So when the neighbors found out that she was dead or something happened to the kid, they all came out and they said a lot of good stuff to the media. So, and as you can see, this little kid, like, she only lived for 2 years, and look how many flowers and candles that was lit on for her. So you could tell wherever they lived was a good area, and they had a good community, along them. But I guess those people who were involved were not good to be around this community. The church has got involved. They prayed and they worshipped and they had reflection and to light candles for her, which is good to see. Right. Now, I want to talk about the marriage and situations here in the UK that we have, because I have a lot. Obviously, I'm young. I assume so. I just turned 24 last week. Last week? Yeah, last week. 11th of September, on Thursday last week. So, yeah, I don't think it was last week. Maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Getting old. Yeah, I guess so. So I have a lot of friends. A lot of them have kids. Yeah, a lot of them have kids. Actually, they're not my friends. Let's just say I happen to have gone to college where I know, I've heard from the people who went to the same college as myself, and a lot of those people have kids. And the sad thing is that a lot of those kids, a lot of these girls or guys who have, brought beautiful kids in this world, somehow are not living with partners. They're all just single. Like, you see a 21-year-old girl, she'll give birth, and I'm thinking, great, congratulations. I'm like, where's the guy? She's like, oh, I've never met him. It's like, congratulations. There's nothing much to say, because I believe I think we need to educate the young guys. Of course, we need more babies in the UK because the fertility rate is very, very low. But we also need to educate them how important it is for them to decide who they're going to have a kid with. They should not be rushed, or they should not have the adrenaline to feel like, oh, I need the baby. Oh, I'm going to be a dad. And because it always feels good to start something new. And especially thinking and feeling about becoming a parent, I'm sure that's even bigger. Like, that's like something more exciting than than anything in the world. I mean, when I get new stuff, I get excited. When I see my Amazon parcels coming through, I'm like, whoa, I can't wait to open. I get excited. I'm assuming when I get to know that I'm gonna be a father, I'll be way excited. I'll be too excited. So I think we need to also educate the guys. Okay, it's good to be excited. It's good to want this. It's good that we need kids. We need young people to have a family and getting, contribute to the society. And but we also need to tell them, hey, before you do all the fun stuff, before you get along with somebody, you need to make sure that person's the one that you want to stay with. All right. I think that message needs to be delivered. And I hope maybe a young person sitting there listening to this, maybe also looking to be a parent, men, pick wisely, choose wisely. You need to choose wisely, because whoever you're going to choose to have a baby with, I think that is is super important. Because first of all, the baby is not asking for you to bring her here. So when you do, you own her. You are indebted to her to raise her well. And when we see stories like this where a mother can just neglect a child like this, where she can go have a fun with another guy, and something like this happens where the little baby gets raped and killed, and she happens to be, alleged assistant of the death of the young baby, 2 years old. I think that is sickening. And I'm sure the father, Josh, who, I'm talking about this story, I'm sure the father, Josh, is probably gutted, and is probably heartbroken, of course. But he's probably thinking, like, how did I not see that this lady that I had a child with was going to do something this cruel? And I think we need to have a lot of young people, not just young people as well, because I see the divorce rate here in the UK is like 40%. So it's like, if you get married in the UK, you're basically saying, hey, I'm signing to this new thing, but there's 40% that this thing is not going to go well. It's like getting in a plane and knowing that 40% of the time getting in a plane, you're going to crash. I mean, hey, I'm walking. No, I'm getting in a ship. It's okay. No, I'm getting the train. All right, I'm not going anywhere. If that was the numbers of, the crashes. So that's the divorce rate in the UK. Now, I was doing a lot of research to try to find if there's any sort of numbers reported for Gen Zs, because the divorce rate is all together. And I'm assuming those are like mid-age, and it goes on like, a lot of age, everyone. But I was thinking if there was something, I think that we need to get a number of like just young people. Maybe we should get like from 18 to 30 or 18 to 28. We need to get that number, because I think that number is scary. Because a lot of people that I know, a lot of people that I've spoke to the last couple months, a lot of them have kids, and they don't live, or they don't even know who their partner is. They don't know. They just happen to go have fun, and somehow they got pregnant and they gave birth, and they don't know the dad. And that is sickening as well, especially in the black community. Hey, I don't know if this, obviously we're increasing the black side in the channel. So hey, if you're watching this, I'm right. A lot of people in the black community, they tend to go and have fun too much. I don't know why they do it, but they do a lot of these things where they have. Well, let me just stop there. I think the UK government have rewarded a lot of these behavior. Like, hey, you can just go have a baby, ditch the husband or ditch the mother, and you will have all these fun benefits. Cause I was doing my research before this story, because I was thinking, okay, so I know so many people who have given birth. All right, young people, and a lot of them don't have their dad or their mother with the child. They don't live together. And I was thinking to myself, okay, why is that? I mean, that's a stupid idea. Like, how are you gonna go and go with somebody and have fun with them and be like, hey, we're gonna have this intimate relationship, me and you, consensual, of course. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna have this, and this could could happen. Obviously, we did it together, and I think it will be okay for us to stay together and raise the baby, the beautiful soul that we're gonna bring in the world. I think that is a good deal, right? Like, hey, me and you, we did it. Like, so don't go away. I think that's not too much to ask. But a lot of people that I know, maybe they don't even ask that, or maybe they're not even bothered, and they raise these kids by themselves, and then we get stories like this, which is sickening. So I did a little research to find, like, hey, why do these young people, or not just young people as well, but why do girls or guys choose to stay single, like to be single parents? Why do they choose that? I mean, what's stopping them from going and working things out with their partners? And I understand if your partner is abusive, if your partner is beating you up, your partner is smoking, drinking, and it's not safe for you and the baby, it makes sense. And I'm talking from both parties. It could be the girls maybe could be abusive, or maybe the guy could be abusive. I understand that part. Okay, you guys separated, makes sense. But when you just separate because you're like, I don't want to be with him, I'll do it all by myself, I think that's unnecessary. Because there's a lot of measures that you can take to make it work for yourself and for the baby and for the other person as well. But I want to stay on this topic. So we did a lot of research, not too much, because this information is public, it's there. It's been debunked by a lot of people. And I'm currently reading a book about this story itself. I'm gonna make a video about the book, and I'll obviously report it to you guys and all the stuff that's in the book. But so I asked, so I did a little research that, hey, what is the benefit of being a single mother or being a single parent in the UK? Now, it was so easy to find this out. First one is financial support for the single mothers. It's insane. Basically, it's better for you to be single, raising kids, and not just by yourself, because almost every single thing is like 80% free, like 80% discounts on everything that you do. And maybe that's why a lot of people decide, maybe that's why a lot of young mothers, or maybe just mother themselves, because this is a number across all age, young and old. Maybe that's why a lot of people decide to stay single and be like, all right, nah, I don't want him here. No, I don't want him here. Because they know everything will be cheap for them. They know every single thing they spend will be reimbursed back to their bank account, because the government will take care of them. The government will take care of the baby. Basically, the government becomes their husband. And that's why there's not that much heavy responsibility. And maybe that's why it breeds stories like this that I have to report to you. Now, so first one, financial support. When it comes to financial support, Universal Credit basically takes the bill. If they're under 25, they will get £311 a month. I think that is stupid. You should just go to work, because, like, yeah, so that's allowance for them. And next one is child element with Universal Credit. Extra money for each child that you take responsibility for. So if you're a single mother, basically every child that you give birth to, somehow the government becomes the husband, for the husband to the child, the father, the husband to you, to take care of the child. And I think that's a gross way of putting it anyway. And I think that's not a good way to bring people up. I think the government doesn't do that much. They incentivize you to stay lazy and do nothing. And they basically, that's why they can do everything that they want to the child. And that's why they can teach them to hate their own country. That's why they can teach them to do all the silly stuff that we've seen a lot of young people doing today. So child cost, the government will take care of that. Housing elements, the government will help with rent and mortgage, interest payments, limited work hours. So you'll be able to work less. I think this is about work. So if you apply for a job and you tell them, hey, I'm a single mother type stuff, you're probably able to get less hours. Okay. Child benefits, you'll be paid for each child under the age of 16. Working tax and credit and child tax credit. you'll be able to get all these credits, So there's so much benefits of being a single mother. Like, you're getting all these things. You know, you gain like 80% off on you get free school meal, healthy start voucher. You get all these vouchers available for child in lower income household. You get all these things for them. There's so much benefits here, man. The list just goes on. You get, they reduce your council tax bill down. So you get all these things. So basically, what the government is doing is that they would, because when you look at this and you're so logical, yeah, when you look at these benefits that you get, it's so like, for somebody who's maybe a little bit lazy, they'll buy into it. They'll think, yeah, this is a better trade. And that's why we have a lot of young people who are quickly to give birth without knowing who the guy is, or without planning their future, or without even having a little glimpse of what the future might look like with the person who they're sleeping with. And then they give birth, and then they stuck. Now they look at their trade, now they look at their options. They don't have that much options, and it seems like this one is the best option for them. And that's why they always lean into this. And that's why we have a lot of single mothers in the UK, and the divorce rate just it just keeps on going up. I think it's gone down, to be fair. Last time I checked in 2022, it was 43% or something. But today when I checked, it was 40%. So I think it's gone down. It's 40.6%. That's the divorce rate here in the UK. There's not a number for young family, young kids, young mothers. But we need to find a number for that, because I think that number is scary. Because a lot of my friends, not my friends, but a lot of, when I meet an old friend, they talk to a lot of people from college. So they tell me what's going on, and I'm thinking, wait, what? She got a kid? Really, bro? And the guy's like, yeah, she has 2 now. I'm like, what? Who's she married to? No, she has 2 baby father now. I'm like, wait, what? And she's living alone. And then another one is like, oh, she got a kid. Oh, great, congrats. Single mother. So many single mothers. I mean, I want to see a wedding, for God's sake. I want to see 2 beautiful young guys, young girls, together, pushing the pram and raising the beautiful child. I want to see that more. Then maybe we'll avoid such a tragedy like stories that I have to report to you guys today. Like this one, where a little baby basically raped and killed because their parent was not responsible enough. We've lost her now because we're not responsible enough. That is scary, and that needs fixing. As you can tell, I'm passionate about these things, and maybe that's why the channel gets demonetized and gets censored every time when I report stuff like this, because nobody else does it. Somebody has to do it. I just do it. Like stories that we got demonetized for was basically about these. This is what we report, like, assaults, violence against women and children, violence against the British people. We report those things. Injustice against the British people. We report those things, and we get punished for it. And guess what? We're still doing exactly the same thing, because we are standing unfazed, and we are here to tell you the truth and tell you the stories that the mainstream media would not want to point their camera on. So this is the story for you. Make sure you share it everywhere. And if you have a young child, I'm assuming a lot of you guys have kids, maybe they're 24, 25, maybe they're teens. I think it's time to start telling them, hey, you're going to be a father soon. You're going to be a mother soon. This and this and this. Make sure this and this and this. Whoever you're doing it with, whoever you're picking, make sure that's the one you would want to raise a kid with. I know some of you guys I know a lot of young people just want to have fun. They're not trying to have kid. But hey, just in case if it happens, is that the one you're willing to stay with? No? All right. Skip. Keep going. Maybe keep swiping. Oh God, that's even worse. I want to make a video about the swiping dating thing, this online dating. Wow, something needs to be done for Tinder and all these Bumble apps. We need to like ban all these apps. We need to get people to be able to go outside and talk to girls, like actually, like man up, chin up, and say hello. You can't have a guy sitting in his room swiping, having all the subscription. Obviously I'm not on Tinder. I don't have all these things. I've never had it. I don't do all these online swiping stuff. If I like somebody, I'm going to reach out to them, or I'm going to just go to them and talk to them in real life. But apparently the subscription now, guys are paying like hundreds of pounds a month just to keep on swiping. And all these online dating apps, they're signing up subscription, and subscription goes as high as £50 a month just to keep swiping. And the numbers are insane. You gotta swipe like 300 times just to meet 5 people? What? Really? No, I think it's better off you keep your £50 in your pocket and you just pay for a bus pass, go to town. I'm sure you're gonna find a beautiful lady. And if you approach it properly, you talk to her properly, she'll give you your number. And that's the first time you guys meet. That's basically your first date. Done. Because she's just seen you in real life. You don't have to dress up. She just met you. You just met her. And you guys were not ready to meet each other. So that's the way life will be. You're always going to see each other without being prepared. But when you meet each other online, you got to put on this look. You got to do your makeup. Sometimes you're putting, your pocket hair. You're putting, all these lovely stuff. And, you're doing the makeup just to go see him. Then when you get home and you go back to your normal face. I mean, it's a lot of fake stuff that goes into place for the meeting to happen. And maybe that's why a lot of meetings don't take place after people get matched online. So this online dating thing needs to be cancelled. I mean, that's a long bow. That's a big bow. I'm not ready to take that on yet. But I think in the future, I think we need to cancel that. It's driving the society crazy. And that's why the fertility rate in the UK and in the West is very low, because we are relying on guys and girls to meet each other online. But when you go to countries where they don't have to meet online, they are outside. They are reaching each other up in church. They are meeting each other in church. They are meeting each other in the park. They are meeting each other in school. They are having this normal, real, genuine relationship with people showing interest for real. But today we're just having people swiping just for the cause of pleasuring themselves. And that's why we have stories like this. Attention, attention, attention. This is not just a normal t-shirt. This is your battle armor in this war against lies and manipulation and deception. And when you wear this t-shirt, you are not just making a statement. You are drawing a line in the sand. And you're saying, I will not be silenced, I will not be bought, and I will not be steered. Every thread in this t-shirt screams defiance. Every letter of I found the truth, not propaganda. Or maybe every letter of the nation needs to know is a rally cry out for independent thinkers, disruptors, the people who refuse to bend to the mainstream media narrative. We need your fund, and this is your chance to stand up, to speak out and fund the fight for the truth. Don't just wear it like a regular t-shirt. You have to live it. The nation needs to know you're gonna live it. Yes, please. I need you to fuel the resistance. Be the reason why the truth survive in this country. Please get yours at thebarakashow.com. And thank you so much for keeping us on air. Thank you.
In the shadow of the digital gulag, we fire up the truth cannon and blast through the lies.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.